Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to District United TV. We did not do the last watch along because I was in Dallas. I was away. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, which you very much should, because then you get updates on when we are doing live streams, when we are not doing live streams. That is linked in the description. Anyways, it ended, well, last time we did a stream. Last time we did not do a stream. It ended in a 0-0 snooze fest with Chicago. Not really a snooze fest. There was a big scare at the end of the game. I did rewatch it back. Wayne Rooney says we should have won, / could have won, / deserved to win. I disagree. I don't think we deserve to win. Yes, the taxi one should have been a penalty. But, I mean, Chicago Fire created so many more chances than we did. And they just looked way better on the night. But most people have those two teams, us and Chicago Fire, those two teams finishing bottom of the Eastern Conference. Let's prove them wrong, I thought, going into that. Let's, produce a really good game of soccer. It did not end out that way. It ended 0-0. Thank goodness that was the one time that we don't do a stream. Because, I mean, imagine if we did do a stream. It was also a later game. You had a later kickoff. We started at 8:30. That would have been horrible. We would have been miserable. Would have been very boring. Yeah, luckily we didn't, but we're here. I'm very excited for this. And part of that is because I haven't done a stream in 2 weeks. But I'm also very excited because we have this Lewis O'Brien person, this player that is on loan from Nottingham Forest. He's a center midfielder, box to box. From all the descriptions that we've been given, including Wayne Rooney himself, he's a box to box midfielder. This is a really weird lineup. I have no idea what formation we're going to be playing. That's my guess. It could be the first time we see the actual 4-3-3, Wayne Rooney's 4-3-3 that could be the first time we see it this season. But I have no idea. The thing that throws me off is because we've got really four central midfielders, along with an outside midfielder in Santos, but then two strikers, center forwards, and no right back. So I really have no idea how this is going to play out. Anyways, Lewis O'Brien, he's on loan here. Only on loan for 6 months, though, until the end of the Premier League season for Nottingham Forest. I don't know if there's an option for us to extend that to the end of our season, that would be very nice. But I have very, very high hopes for this guy. I think he's 23 years old. I'll make sure that's right. 24. 23, 24. He must have just turned 24. Okay, I can't see his actual birthday. But 24 years old. He played a decent amount of games. Don't know how competitive those games were, but he has made an appearance in 2 games against Man United, Man City, when they got absolutely slaughtered 6-0. But I mean, he's a good player. Gotta be a good player. Hello, Kai. KY with 4 7s. Hello. Welcome to the stream. But he's gotta be a good player. Honestly, I don't know anything about him other than that he's a box-to-box midfielder. So I assume that he's gonna play there. On FOTMob, which is what I use to look at most of the stats when we go through the stats at halftime and at full time as well. That has Lewis O'Brien playing as a right back, which doesn't make sense. Tried to watch the game on Apple TV, but I had to subscribe, sadly. Yeah, Apple TV, it's a lot of money, a lot of just very, and you're getting every single game for the MLS season pass, every single game with the MLS 360 and all that. And there were GA Cup games this weekend too, if you want to watch youth soccer. MLS Next Pro as well. But for somebody who's kind of the casual fan, it's not really that easily accessible for a casual fan or a local fan that just wants to pop in and watch a game. Probably one of the biggest downsides to the season pass or whatever. Yeah, I think the only way to watch it would be the season pass. But we are going to be talking about it all on this stream here. So feel free to just, stick around. If not, that's totally fine. But yeah, I think the only way that you'll be able to watch it is on the MLS season pass, unless you find it miraculously somewhere else. But yeah, I have it on the season pass. I can't show it to you, obviously, because that's like copyright and all that. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about it, covering it, having a little chat about the game. And for people that aren't watching it, we'll provide updates and all that. I am definitely going to have to update that lineup graphic after the game starts, because I doubt that's the way that we are going to play. I even thought about, when I was trying to organize that lineup, I was even thinking, what if we did a 3-back? What if this is a 3-back formation and 3 center backs, Powson, Pines, Birnbaum, and then we played Jacob Green as like a wing back, and then the other side was Santos. Who knows? And I think if it was a 4-3-3, I really find it hard to believe that Benteke would be like a lone striker, and then Funtas is way off on the right. I feel like Funtas is gonna be very central. I like Funtas when he's in a central role. I'd like to see him, if we ever switch to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 where we have a number 10. I'd love to see Funtas playing there. Now I'm looking at the Apple TV graphic here. This has us playing in a 4-4-2 still. It could still be a 4-4-2. Click could definitely play left mid or right mid or whatever. Powson has got to be that right back. If we do a 4-back, that has to be the back 4. Because I would not really feel comfortable with any of the other players right back. Yeah, DC. Good guess. Being realistic, who's gonna win? Probably. I mean, I honestly feel like I think we could get something out of this game. But, we're at home. But if you had to put down a bet, it'd be on Columbus Crew, for sure. Without a doubt. I think 10 goals in their last 2 games, which is unreal. You could argue that they're the hottest team in the MLS right now. Wilfred Nancy's the head coach. Really like the look of him, except he's not our manager, and we're going against him today. So we're preying on his downfall. Player to watch, Benteke. I feel like we're gonna see a Taxi Funtas goal. I'm feeling it. He got really, really close. Could have had a penalty. Probably should have had a penalty in the last game. Hit one off the post. Fired one off the post. Had 2 more shots that were just wide, just over the bar. Really good chances that were created from both teams. Chicago Fire probably had the better ones, but, Yeah, 10 goals. I think. I'm going to make sure that's right, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They beat Atlanta United 6-1 and then beat Real Salt Lake 4-0. Holland, 2 goals today, 10 goals in 3 games. I did not watch the game. I heard about it. The Man City game. Holland is unreal. The players are walking out now. On to the pitch. Should go in about 5, maybe a little less than 5 minutes. But also no Chris Durkin in the squad tonight, which is interesting. He did the pre-match press conference. Well, he did his own pre-match press conference. I think this is also interesting that 7 games into the season, we're already playing a duplicate fixture. Like we've already played Columbus Crew. That's what I mean. We're playing Columbus Crew twice within 7 matches, 7 match weeks. I think that's a little odd. I don't know. Maybe it happens more often than we think. But there we are, 13th in the table. Probably a realistic, not target, but a realistic expectation. I predicted us to be 9th place getting into the playoffs because I want to be optimistic. I want to get something out of the season. I'm sure all the players want to get something out of the season. Wayne Rooney definitely wants to get something out of the season. Hence the 6-month loan from this Premier League experienced 24-year-old Lewis O'Brien player that hopefully is going to link our midfield and our attack, really our defense and our midfield to the attack, just the whole thing, just put it together. We need to be more attached, play more as a team. Hopefully he's going to do that for us. I'm very excited to watch him. Very excited. I feel like my seat is low. I'm going to move it up. Here we go. Almost underway. Should be a little less than 3 minutes. I did, while I was in Dallas, go to an FC Dallas game, and I took a picture with the U.S. Open Cup trophy. By the way, we are playing Richmond Kickers. The Richmond Kickers in the next round of the U.S. Open Cup, our first U.S. Open Cup game of the season. Hopefully it's not our last. We should beat them. But we've seen crazier things. I think we played Flower City Union in the first round of, well, our first round game, the third round overall. Last year, I think we did, and then we beat them like 3-0 or something. But we have Richmond Kickers. I tried to watch the game that they played last. I think it was against Cleveland. Cleveland SC or SC Cleveland. I don't know what they call it. Some Cleveland team. And there was like 4 weather delays. Maybe not 4, but they probably added up to about 4 hours. The game didn't end until, really, really late. So I didn't watch the full game. Watched the first half an hour before there was the second rain delay. But yeah, it ended with Richmond Kickers on top. That's who we'll be playing. Can we get this underway, please? Usually kicks off 8 minutes after the time that they put it out. They put the time out as 7:30. We usually kick off about 8 minutes after that. I'm gonna get my timer ready. Alright. Oh, I didn't do a score prediction. I love to be optimistic. I haven't predicted a loss yet this season, even though we've got, is it 3? 2 losses? 3 losses. I've yet to predict us losing. I feel like if I'm going to do a prediction of us losing, it's going to be tonight. But I'm going to resist. I'm going to say, I think we're going to get a really good game tonight. I'm going to go 2-2. 2-2 or 1-1, because I don't want to see us drop points. This will be the last time I probably watch you because you got the season pass. That's fine. Welcome to the stream. Congratulations on getting the season pass. But yeah, it's been fun. Always welcome back anytime. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea. Get people in, talk about the game. To me, it doesn't really matter too many people, like how many people really are watching. I like to watch the game. The reason I started is because I want to learn more about the league because it's my country's league. And I feel like it's the only way for us to get better is to have more fans, more people supporting the league, more people watching it week in, week out. So here we go. Ready to start the timer? I want to see what formation we're playing. That's going to be really interesting. Does look like Palson's playing right back. All right, we're underway. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Here we go. Jacob Green is rocking an afro. And we are underway. We're going to update you on the other games around the league as well. But it looks like another 4-4-2. Because that's also my phone, like, updating me on the other games. So I can then update you guys. Looks like Pedro Santos is playing on the right side, off the right. Yeah, Taxi actually is right now even further forward than Benteke. Now he's dropping back to receive this throw in. Benteke switching it all the way across to looking for Palson. It's really good defending there from Palson. Crew just enjoying some possession here. Now they've got it into our box. Celarayan, big block from Knaus. Nagme back out. They're going to put in another cross. Drops down for Benteke. Does a back heel. We lose possession again. Okay, free kick. Whew. An early scare there inside 2 minutes. Birnbaum was nutmegged. Could that have been... Knaus blocked it with his hand. That's how the shot was blocked, but he didn't mean to. It was a good block. Got his body in the way, even if it was his hand. Watching the game on the MLS Season Pass. Only way to watch it. Definitely a 4-4-2 here. Click is playing as the left midfielder. I'll update that. Do that real quick. Click off the left. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's what it's looking like. That 4-4-2 returns. Knaus still playing as like a deeper midfielder than O'Brien for sure. We've yet to really see O'Brien on the ball. Santos playing off the right. Click is playing as a left midfielder. We're probably going to see him tuck in, check into the ball a little more often than Santos. Santos is probably going to play a little higher. Funtas is just going to be everywhere. Benteke is going to be very central. But he does prefer that left-hand side in the two-man partnership. Donovan Pines clears not as far as Darlington Nagbe. He tried to shield it out for a throw-in, but Taxi won it. Taxi now driving forward. Lays it off for Mateusz Klich. Out for a goal kick. Not a great cross at all. And he knows it. If you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. DC United versus CLB, Columbus Crew. Really interesting to see Crew in possession here. They just moved it around so well. 74% possession. It's only 6 minutes in, but they do have 75% possession. There we go. They gave it away. Lewis O'Brien's actually dropping pretty deep there to receive the ball. Powson gives it away. Lewis O'Brien just pushed somebody over. Referee called a foul. He's to the Premier League. At least when we're defending, those Funtas and Benteke look like they're flip-flopped. They're on opposite sides. Same with the midfield. Knaus is more playing towards Klich's side. Big tackle from Knaus there. It's the second big tackle that he's put in. Powson now has to defend the number 20. Blocks it out for a corner kick. Really good dribbling from that player right there, Matan. They play a short corner. Darlington Nagbe takes the strike, blocked by Birnbaum. He was hit square in the face. He went down immediately. He's back up, but they're going to have to send the trainer on. So far, no goals, which is a start. I'm predicting a draw, just to be optimistic. I've yet to predict us losing a game. Don't want that to start here. We're at home, Audi Field. Let's be positive. No goals in the other games yet either. 10 minutes in. About 10 minutes in, approaching the 10-minute mark. Captain Steven Birnbaum is going to go to the sidelines there, get cleared after getting smashed in the face by the Columbus Crew captain. I've just noticed the captain armbands that we're seeing. We've always worn like that, like it's like the, what is it called? Oh, it's like the one that I literally used it for like my high school soccer team. That same captain's armband. It's like the norm, like the. It's like if you were choosing like, oh my goodness. Flies straight over the crossbar there. There's a chance for Crew. Think there's any goal in the first half? I'm hoping. I mean, it would be great if we scored one, but I'm hoping not. I think Crew could score first half. Yeah, probably. I don't want to say it because I really don't want it to happen. I really just want to. I'd actually be happy with a 0-0 here, no matter how boring it is. Taxi's away here. But yeah, back to the armbands. We wear like these really generic armbands that you could literally go to like Dick's Sporting Goods and buy them. Don't know why we wear that. Taxi's saying the ball is flat. We're getting it replaced. And then Darlington Nagby's wearing like this like customized Columbus Crew black and yellow, like looks really good armband. And then especially when Birnbaum wears when we're in the Cherry Blossom kit, he wears this like awful pink colored one that like doesn't match the same pink on the jersey. Jacob Green has been released on the wing, heads it back to Click. Click whips one in to... We're going to see a goal! No, we're not! It was a really good ball from Click. Benteke was 100% offsides, or onsides. Caused the Crew goalkeeper some trouble with clearing it, and then Taxi Funtas. I mean, he had a wide open net, but he had a defender kind of coming in behind him, had to take it on first time, and it ended up being blocked. Now we're down the other end with Crew. This could be a very exciting game. Darlington Nagby's shot is blocked by Steven Birnbaum once again. This time it's not with his face, it's with his left foot. Right foot, actually. Palsen flicks on. He's trying to find Pedro Santos. Out for a throw-in for Crew. Very, very lively first 12 minutes. No goal, though. Oh, I really thought that was in for Taxi. He rushed the shot, though. He had the number 5 was breathing down his neck. About to block his shot. He probably could have cut it back. I don't know. But probably should have stayed a little more composed there. Really good block, though, by the Columbus defender. I couldn't actually see who exactly it was. But it was a really good block. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Long ball up to Crew forward. It's knocked down. Zelarayan spreads it wide. Not only do they keep hold of the ball and make some really good passes, they move it around very quickly, too. One side to the other. The ball cleared by Lewis O'Brien. Not as far as Darlington Nagby once again. Zelarayan back out. They're going to put another cross. Ball's whipped in. Referee doesn't call a foul there on Benteke. And Tyler Miller collects. Tyler Miller punts long. Birnbaum, what are you doing? Just pinged it right back to them. Can we actually keep the possession here? 15 minutes in, we have 13% possession. Actually, 23. I read that number wrong. Either way, it's not enough possession. I keep hitting the microphone. Birnbaum gonna clear it wide, throw in for Crew inside our box. Inside our half. Pedro Santos finds Benteke. Now it's Palsen. Birnbaum goes long once again to nobody. I always see, for some reason on Twitter, I just see a lot of, not hate, criticism for Birnbaum. When I was doing the live streams, the watch-alongs last year, I've always said that he was like our most consistent performer, really, really good, never puts a foot wrong. And I haven't really seen it this season, so tonight I'm just going to watch him. So far, he's kind of been a little careless in possession, but, you know, points where he could try and build out of the back where he's just gone long. Darlington Nagby back out wide. Cross blocked by Jacob Green. It's a good block. But yeah, I just want to see what all this criticism for Birnbaum is about. He is our captain. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. Should he be? Is it like the Harry Maguire situation? Well, definitely far from the Harry Maguire situation. He's not that bad. But he is the club captain, like Harry Maguire is. Does he need to be playing week in, week out? Corner for Crew. Benteke heads it clear. Lewis O'Brien tries to clear. All the way back to the Crew goalkeeper. Lewis O'Brien probably could have held Pedro Santos off of that. Looked like there could have been a shot from half field there, but it goes wide. Tyler Miller ordering the DC United players to just calm down, keep control of the possession. We have a chance to do that on the goal kick here. Never mind, he's pushed everybody forward. We're going to see a long kick here. Probably to Benteke. I'm going to try and predict this before it even happens. Benteke's going to flick it on to nobody. Benteke flicks it on to nobody. All right. I predict that was actually a really good prediction. I'm actually shocked I got that one right. You have a throw-in for Crew inside their own half this time. I want to see Pedro Santos get more involved. We've seen our best moments have been when we're moving it side to side and we're getting overlaps from our fullbacks. I doubt we're going to see a lot of that with Palsen. He's going to be a very defensive right back. But I want to see overloads on the wings. I want to see our wingers being released, especially Pedro Santos. I really want to see him do good things against his former side here in Crew. Another throw for Crew. Well, we've held them for 18 and a half minutes. Can we do it for the full 90? That is the question. We were always going to be lining up in a very defensive way tonight against a team that scored literally 10 goals in their last 2 games. Somebody's going to have to put a stop to it. Can it be us? Celarayan inside, cleared out. Good header from Palsen. I want to see Palsen. I want to see us play a 4-3-3. It's not going to happen tonight because we don't have a right back in the squad. Actually, we do have Ruan. Ruan is available, so he's just on the bench coming back from an injury. Is he coming back from an injury? think he is. Had to have been a reason for him to not start. But I want to see us play a 4-3-3, and I want to see Powson playing as that single pivot. I feel like he'd be really good there. We've really yet to see him play in that position for us his whole time at the club. For an extended period of time. We saw it a little bit at the end of last season, but we didn't really get to see it consistently. We mostly saw him as a center back last year. I want to see him as a single pivot. Canas has done a decent job being kind of that single pivot, that connector from the midfield to the defense, and obviously the other way around too. Nagby's stopped there. Handball. Couldn't see exactly who it was. I think it was Donovan Pines. I also feel like my microphone's a little off on these settings. I didn't check it beforehand, but I feel like it might be. We're going to continue on with the stream, though. I'm not going to fix it till next time because that requires me to look at the settings and all that, which I don't feel like doing live. There's been a goal, not in this game. Dylan Borrero has scored for New England, and they've taken the lead against Montreal. We've only made 22 passes. That's about 1 pass per minute of this game. And they've had over 100. So, and still going. Over 100 and counting. Here's a bet for you. Are we going to reach 100 passes by the end of the 90 minutes? That's actually a doubt. We don't know if we're going to even hit 100 passes, which should be, and would be a normal thing. Click's just been a little careless in the possession there. Tim and Taxi just had a little bit of a little mix-up there where they just didn't know who should take the ball. Click ended up taking it on, but he decided that a little too late. Good pressing from Lewis O'Brien, but another foul. That's the third foul that's been called on Lewis Bryan for him being just a little bit too aggressive in those 50-50 tackles. He is from the Premier League. Atlanta United has taken the lead against NYCFC. I'll update you when I find out who scored that goal. I will let you know for anybody interested. There's been 5 fouls called on us, 1 on them. That's mainly because we just haven't had the ball. There's been no one for them to foul. Free kick for Tyler Miller. Beyond half field. I think Wayne Rooney's just realized that our best bet is to play long ball. This is a results business. Powson's going to have a strike blocked. And 2 players are on the ground. One of them is one of our players. The other one, a crew defender. I can't tell which one of our players it is. It is... Still can't tell. It's Pedro Santos. Pedro Santos was saying that he got hit in the face, I think, and then the crew guy was holding his knee area. Excuse me. I'm not actually sure what happened there. Pedro Santos just kind of went down holding his jaw. He's still like moving it around. We've yet to see really any kind of good-looking soccer being played from DC United. Pálsson throws it out for a goal kick. Respect, because they gave it to us in the first place. So Chico stand is packed, by the way. Big supporters section, the standing section at Audi Field. It is filled up to the brim, which you love to see. FC Dallas has scored, and Atlanta United's goal was ruled out. So still 0-0 in the Atlanta United versus NYCFC game at Yankee Stadium. And Jesus Ferreira scored for FC Dallas in Miami. Crew, another long switch to the left-hand side. Lots of pressing here from Taxi. Here we go. Benteke getting in there as well. Our midfield stepping up. Forces an error. Pedro Santos goes down. Still DC. There, we lost it. Pálsson's back on it. DC are moving it a lot quicker now. Flicked on. Pedro Santos finds Taxi Funtas. And I think there was an offsides call. We looked good there for a second. Pedro Santos looks a little bit slower today. I think he was offsides. Either way, Crew is now back in possession. There we go. DC United wins the ball back. Benteke. It's a really good ball into Taxi, who goes down asking for a foul. He's never going to get it, though. And there's been a foul given against Pedro Santos. Columbus Crew are going to get a free kick. Matan went down. Definitely a foul, at least the second one. I don't know about Taxi's one. They're still just showing the replay of the Santos one. I swear I just saw Chris Durkin on the bench there, or warming up. But he's not in the team. Really weird. I've yet to find out why Chris Durkin is not in the team, or in the squad. I'm still trying to look through Twitter to find out. But this free kick in a dangerous position, not in shooting range. He shot, and he was straight at Tyler Miller. Don't know why he shot. Very difficult angle to shoot from. But he went for it. It didn't work. Benteke once again flicks it on to nobody. Well, Taxi Fuentes was there, but goalkeeper beat him to it. Crew doing more passing around the back, moving it up the field. Bench for the number 30. Handball. I actually didn't think that was a handball in the first place. Kind of hit up here. But referee calls a handball. Wilfred Nancy's wearing gloves. I don't know how cold it is right now. I mean, the sun's down 45 degrees-ish right now. 48 in the stadium. I don't know. Would you need to be wearing gloves? You're from Columbus. Columbus isn't that cold, but it's not like it's any warmer. Click. Chance. Thought he was going to hit that a little bit earlier. Chance was blocked. We're not doing horrible. The chances have kind of died down from Crew. It's been a lot of 50-50 challenges, kind of long ball back and forth. We are beginning to sort of force them into our style of play. We're starting to dictate the tempo a little bit. We're seeing it a little bit. It's taken us half an hour to do it, but at least in that half an hour we haven't conceded any goals. But now we are enjoying a little bit of possession. Palson's just giving it away. So, Darlington Nagby plays a very risky ball through the center of their defense. Birnbaum heads it to the Crew midfield. Crew trying very hard to not fall into our trap. It's a really good ball. Luckily, Celarayan's touch wasn't inch perfect like it usually is, and we were able to recover. Pedro Santos is playing in a more defensive role right now, at least. When we're defending, he's really, really deep. When we're attacking, he's really, really high. I have to applaud the work rate for him to get up and down like that. Never a penalty, by the way. There's the number 20's gone down once again. Not getting the foul this time. Benteke heads it on. This is a really good hold-up play to Lewis O'Brien. Benteke's there. He's going to play a one-time cross to Taxi. Pawed off the line. Sorry if my microphone got really loud there. But why am I saying Pedro Santos? Taxi Fuentes has a volley pawed off the line. It looked like it was trickling in. If we had wet the grass a little bit more, would have gotten there a little bit quicker. But that is exactly how Wayne Rooney plans to beat this Wilfred Nancy team. And I don't know if they called that offsides, but a really good ball, by the way. First time from Christian Benteke. And Taxi Funtas didn't get a great connection on it, but he he connected on it as the best he could. No, that's just a very soft no call there. Is VAR looking at the penalty there? VAR actually told the referee, I don't know who it is today, actually told the referee to look at that penalty. That's awful, actually. Just hit the microphone again. That's awful. If he gives this penalty, that's horrible. For Knaus just barely grabbing his arm and then lets go, and then Matan just drops to his knees like a full second after Knaus has let go of his arm. And he grabs his ankle. That's how you know he's not even grabbing the right body part. Knaus does not touch him one bit. Okay, he barely clips he barely steps on his toe. His little toe. Steps on the outside of his foot. And then he goes down like he's been shot. Still not holding the right part of his body. He's holding his like shin pads area. And I'm shocked that they're still looking at this. Referee's still at the video review. He called a pen! He just called a pen! That's horrid. That's horrible. That might be the worst call I've ever seen in a professional match. He's looked at it for a solid 5 minutes and still decided that it was a pen. That's awful. That is a shocking decision. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. Matan, I hope you're happy. You're an absolute fraud. That's awful. He barely clips his ankle, and then he drops down to his... I can't even... You're going to have to... When this game is done, you're going to have to watch the highlights if you're not watching the game live with me. I have to watch the highlights. Look how soft that penalty is. Incredibly unlucky if this goes in, which it probably will, to go down 1-0. Incredibly unlucky. Because there's no chance. Knaus doesn't even put any force into like actually using his body on him. He just hardly clips his ankle. They're not even going at full pace. It's not like it's a one-on-one. He's like by the side of the goal. That's horrible. Zelarayan has a penalty here. Tyler Miller is lined up not in the center of the goal. Please miss it. Side netting. Who got the pen? It was for Crew. I would actually be ashamed. I wouldn't even celebrate that if I scored that pen. That's awful. How can you give that pen? Yeah, there was that first half goal. There was the first half goal. Matan's been injured. I'm going to have to stop the stream here. Matan's been injured again. He's been injured again. This time it's in the celebration of this fraudulent penalty that he drew all by himself. He should get a 10 out of 10 match rating. He should get an Oscar for just drawing that penalty. And then he goes on and gets injured in the celebration. Honestly, he should just quit the sport because he should just become a ballet dancer. Or an actor, one of the two. Or an Olympic diver. That's awful. That's so bad. We better get a goal before halftime. We don't deserve to be down at all. We've actually created all right chances. There's going to be a goal kick for Crew. Well, Wayne Rooney's not going to be happy because for him, that's the second time that he believes we've been done by the referees. Water bottle's just been thrown onto the pitch. Taxi kicks it out. Long ball to the left-hand side. Matan's back on the ball. Cutting inside. Please don't let him score. Good tackle from Pedro Santos. Good tracking back. Celarayán's back on it. Now they have the momentum and everything. Who is this referee? Rosendo Mendoza. He's only been a referee for 4 years at the professional level. I just took an in-depth look at his refereeing stats. Ref the 2019 NWSL Championship Final. But my goodness, has he been Crew's man of the match? Chance on the overload. Powson putting in a low cross out for a corner. We have a decent number of people watching right now. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining us. If you enjoy the stream, make sure you subscribe, like, get active in the chat or whatever, all that stuff. Notifications. We do live streams for almost, I now have to say almost every single DC United game because I missed the last stream because I was away. In the summertime, there's going to be probably a ton of midweek videos that are not live that I put out, game reviews, match previews, and all that. There's just been the corner cleared out. Miller goes long for Click. Looking for a chance to whip it in, but he's going to be forced backwards for Lewis O'Brien. Now Click puts in the ball. Knocked down. Taxi connected with it really nicely, just not to a corner. We could easily be up 1-0. But no, we're down 1-0. It's a decent strike, though, from Taxi. I can feel a Taxi goal. I can feel it coming. I'm feeling that equalizer. I really think we can get something out of this game. There's been 7 added minutes. At least they got the added time right. Because he took an extra 5 minutes to look at that VAR. I think Zelarayan might have gotten a yellow here. Yep, Zelarayan got a yellow card. Hello, Sebas. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Lewis O'Brien, a little careless in possession there, gives it away. Chance for Crew on the counter. It's decent defending on that left-hand side from Jacob Green. He didn't dive in. It was good. Forces them to go backwards and back around to Nagby and now Matan. I'm gonna forever remember that name. Matan. The guy that caused an awful penalty. Never a pen. They shouldn't have even looked at it. I'm surprised whoever's on VAR had to have told him. There had to have been that much of something there for them to tell him to stop the game. They told him. They told the referee to stop the game. Hold on, you need to stop the game. There's been, there might have been a penalty there. There's no chance. They actually told him to look at it. Even that is awful. That's appalling. The fact that he even looked at it. Five minutes left of the 7 added on. Long kick from Tyler Miller. Once again, flicked on. That time didn't get a great connection on it. Crew back the other way. New England's doubled their lead at home against Montreal. It was a Carles Gil penalty. This time Benteke does flick it on. It finds Taxi. And now Click, who's been pretty active on that left wing the last couple minutes. Now, if that last one was a pen, that has to be a pen. If you're giving them a penalty for, stepping on somebody's foot, Taxi's just been plowed over. I mean, it's not a pen, but by the standard that he set on the first pen, now every single time there's contact, there has to be a foul. And now there's just been a yellow card. It has to be every single time there's contact now. Every single time there's contact, there has to be. And then that one also, that Benteke one that he called the foul on just now, was the exact same for the one on Taxi. And he calls it a half field and not when it's in their box. Just put out a tweet. My Twitter is linked in the description, by the way. Follow me there. Updates on when we're doing streams, when I'm not available to do streams, and my opinion on news as it comes out live. DC United news as it comes out live. Just put out a tweet about the referee. The referee's been their first half man of the match. Click now. Okay, never mind, he gave it away. Another foul's been called. Free kick for Crew. This will finish out the half. That is halftime. And an awful referee decision. I'm gonna just check on Twitter just to see if people are thinking the same thing. Yeah. The official... Maybe I've gotten... This is something that I do want to start to incorporate. I'm going to get this on the screen. I'm going to get this on the screen. Hold on. The official DC United Twitter has just put this, just put this, which pretty much just sums up, basically everybody's thoughts on that refereeing decision. Just bruh, ... Which really, it's exactly what we were thinking. That's an awful decision. Should we just keep this there? Should we just keep that? We just have that there. Always. I'm just gonna put it right there. We're just gonna keep it there the whole game. That was the official DC United Twitter account. And now it's also on the Major League Soccer, just posting the highlight of Zelat Ayan's penalty. They did not show the foul that caused it. MLS officiating is a joke. Embarrassing referees. The district press coming in with the diving GIF or whatever you want to call it. Just never a pen. Should never be a pen. LAFC has taken the lead against Austin. But yeah, I mean, I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you with that. That was gonna take the halftime break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, refill my waters and all that. I'll leave you with this. Hold on. I like this. I'm taking screenshots from Twitter and just putting it on the screen. There we are. We're just gonna leave that there. Gotta turn the timer off. I forgot. I never even updated the score either. I'll change that. Should have stayed 0-0. Could have even been 1-0 to us. I'll leave you with that. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to the bathroom, filling up my waters and all that. I will be right back. We're back. Okay. You know what? Remain calm. Remain calm. We're still in this game. We're still in the game. Only 1-0. You could... actually, I was going to say you can argue that we've been the better side, but we haven't been. But we've had chances. The score could easily be 1 or 2-0 to us. And that is a fact. Easily. Could be. That man right there, Cruz man of the match. It's 11 versus 12. That's an absolute disgrace of a call. A little bit out of breath. Let's try and rally back and get this second half. Win the second half. Let's get some points. If it's only just 1 point, we're going to leave this on the screen too. Actually, you can't even read that. I might actually get it off the screen. I don't know. I'll take it off the screen. Whatever. I think this needs to be a little bigger. There we go. We're going to leave that there. I'll make it. There we go. It didn't even change to the end. Anyways, I'm actually gonna bring it back up for a second. Like, back. Should be another, let's see. I guess it's another 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes until we kick off in the second half. Just gonna tweet out the link to the stream. There we go. We're going to remain positive. There's not really... The only reason to be negative about that first half is the fact that the refereeing has been horrible. And it has cost us a goal so far and a yellow card for Russell Canals. I'll take that off the screen there. How many more calls are going to end up being called against us? Guaranteed Rooney's had a chat with the referee at halftime, or as they were walking back into the tunnel. Guaranteed they've had a chat. For sure. I'm trying to get the microphone straight up. There we go. Guaranteed there's been a conversation between Rooney and the referee. Whether that changes anything about the decisions that are made in the second half, I don't know. Have you ever done this? Hold on. I'm gonna pop this water bottle. That's really loud. I'm gonna try and do one of these. How do you do this? I should have done a headphone warning. It didn't, the bottle actually, the cap didn't actually pop off. It made some kind of water vapor. Anyways. that last 10 seconds there was more entertaining than the whole entirety of the DC United versus Chicago Fire game last week. So thank goodness we didn't do a stream for that one. Thank goodness that was the 1 week that I miss. Can we get the second half underway? Just accidentally paused this. One minute should be, because it's 15 minutes after the whistle's blown. Or is it 15 minutes after the players enter their locker room? I feel like it's 15 minutes from when the players enter the locker room or walk down the tunnel or whatever. Because I've been to I would do the stats for USL League 2 team, Christos FC. And when they did halftime, it was always, they had to count 15 minutes from when the players enter the locker room. Which makes sense. Looks like it's going to be that. We've got 30 seconds until they kick off if that timer is correct. Not that I know exactly when the players step foot into the locker room, but at least 20 seconds will be 15 minutes from the point where the halftime whistle was blown. The crowd looks electric. They don't look tired at all. It is coming up on 9 p.m. It's currently 8:47 p.m. here on the East Coast. Local time. About to get underway for the second half. Here we go. Russell Knaus kicks it off. Tyler Miller goes long. Benteke flicks it on. Powson headed back in, flicked on, click. Lots of headers. Ball is yet to get on the ground. Powson pops one back up. Still. All right. Now the ball's on the ground. And now we settle in for the second half. Ball into Benteke. Ball over the top for Taxi Funtas. And the goalkeeper beats him to it. I will be updating you on all the 7:30 kickoffs as more goals come in. Red cards as well. And when full time is reached there. And ball into the box. Let's see what went wrong here. Jacob Green defending. Dove in, didn't stop it. Front post. It's just not our best center back partnership. Those two. Birnbauman and Pines, I don't feel secure with that. Jacob Green, obviously, how high can the expectations be for him? On the left side, Christian Ramirez with the goal. And we are down 0-2. I'm praying that this score doesn't get out of hand. I don't want them to pop in 6-4 like they did against Real Salt Lake. Let's at least put up a fight. I predicted a 2-2. I think we're set up for that. Let's get a 2-2. We can still get 2 goals. I always say crazier things have happened. It's the MLS. but it is 0-2, not 23. Almost just put in 23, but it's 0-2. Yes, an instant goal. I'm hoping that Crew kind of sit in a little bit, lay their foot off the gas a little bit, so we can enjoy some possession. Because when we're in possession, we actually look very threatening. Benteke takes it in off his chest really, really nicely. Please keep that in bounds. He does keep it in bounds. Jacob Green. Back to Lewis O'Brien. And all the way back to Tyler Miller. I'm going to sit back a little bit here. Let's have a relaxed second half. Let's get the goals. And get out. Get out. Chance for Crew on the counter. Good recovery from Lewis O'Brien. It's good play from our midfield there. All three of them. Click is actually very central in this second half. He's drifted actually all the way onto the opposite side with Pedro Santos. And Santos loses it there. We get it right back. Palson's looked fine at right back. Not horrible. I have to say better than Jacob Green. That second goal, kind of Jacob Green's fault. There we go. We get a call. We have a free kick in an alright position. New England's made it 3 against Montreal. At least we're not Montreal. At least we don't have Hernan Losada still. Click is standing over it. Benteke takes it down off his chest once again. It was Bobby Wood with the goal in New England. That shot from Benteke wide. Took it down nicely. Needed to have a little bit of a better connection on it. Not the best angle. A lot of defenders in the way. Couldn't go far post. Would have been the best option, but there were defenders in the way. We just need to keep control of the ball for an extended period of time, work the ball into the box. Benteke needs to finish his chances. That's the final piece. And Taxi's been quiet since his volley that he had. Yeah, he stepped on like the top part of his foot. There's no way that's a pen though. There's no chance. Nobody can convince me that that's a pen. He made contact, but then he goes down like a full second after that contact is made. And he goes down, he's not even holding his foot, he's holding like his shin, like below his knee. It's just, the whole thing is awful. And then the referee didn't even see anything at first place. The referee had a great view of it, saw it, didn't call it. VAR has gone, you need to look at it, after we've already gone down the other field and almost scored. It didn't even make sense to stop the game and look at it in the first place on VAR. And then even after looking at it for a solid 5 minutes, the fact that he still calls the penalty is awful. Donovan Pines is down here. I know he steps on his... Yeah, but he's obviously going to fall. But it didn't make it look real at all. Like, it wasn't even... Like, gotta make it look a little bit better. He literally just dropped straight to his knees. Like, it wasn't even like... He could have actually kept dribbling the ball. Like, Knaus... The thing is, he steps on his foot, but Knaus didn't even put any, like... He wasn't even trying to put in a challenge at that point. He was, like, kind of trying to shrug him off, and then Knaus kind of, like, accidentally, like, kind of clips him there. But it's like, you don't call that as a pen. I understand a little bit him, like, going down there to try and draw it, but he didn't make it look realistic, and it should be never called. It should never be called as a pen. Donovan Pine is probably gonna have to get stitches here. He's got a cut above his eyebrow, and he's gonna wear like a wrap for the rest of the game. I don't know. This is usually the part in the game where I read out the subs that we have, because we need a change in the game. Jackson Hopkins, Christian Fletcher, Ted Cudi Pietro, who we haven't really seen a lot from him in the last few weeks since his Toronto FC winner, and he had a pretty decent game at Yankee Stadium, but didn't get a goal. Yamil Assad, who was dropped from the lineup from the last game. Hayden Sargis, Matai Akinimbani is back on the bench. Mohanad, I'm going to say Jaeza now, because I looked it up on like the Google Translate or whatever, and I listened to the Arabic pronunciation, and it is like Jahaz, or like Jaeza, something like that. That's not exactly what it sounded like at all. But I was originally calling him Jaeza. I heard Wayne Rooney say Jaeza, or Jaeze. Jaeze. Now I'm confusing myself. He said Jaeze. Jaeze? I'm going to say Jaeze. And I was saying Jaeze. And then all the MLS commentators were saying Jahaz. So I've been calling him Jahaz. Jahaz. Since, like, match week 2. I started calling him Jahaz. Now I don't know what to call him. I'm getting confused. But I did learn that Jahaz, or Jaeza, in Arabic means ready. Apparently he wasn't ready to play tonight because he's on the bench, still recovering from an injury. You only need 4 more corners to get a huge win. Let's hope for corners then. I think we're pretty dangerous on corners. Taxi's now roaming on the edge of the box. Palson. We did score the consolation goal that we had against NYCFC from a corner, Birnbaum, and then we almost scored the equalizer from a corner. So I like corners. Let's root for corners. Let's do that. Let's hope for corners. Benteke's just completely come through the back of Nagby. 4 more. I'm going to say yes, 4 more. And I think they're going to come like really late in the game. I feel like there's going to be like this string of like corners that we get. or that there is. I don't know. I think there is definitely. There's a lot of set pieces usually in the MLS. I don't know why, but yeah, I think there's going to be 4 corners at least. Definitely a foul there on Benteke, deservedly getting a yellow card there. I'm fine with that. Not fine with him committing the foul, but I'm fine with the referee calling that. Yeah, there's just going to be, I feel like there's just going to be this, yeah, a lot of close calls. Another one of those games where we're right there, but like we just didn't finish our chances. The fans in the standing section at Audi Field giving Matana a hard time after missing that shot. Do you think DC is going to score? I think we will. I think we'll get something. At least a consolation goal. We deserve at least 1 goal in this game. NYCFC has just gotten a red card. Don't know who it is yet. When I find out who it is, I will let you know. Hold up. Atlanta United got the red card. And it looks like there's 2 of them. Franco Ibarra has been sent off. And in the midst of all this, Chicago Fire have taken the lead at home against Minnesota. While we keep possession, which is decent. Here we go. Click. Loses it. Maybe I should just not pay attention because that seems to be when we keep possession. Cincinnati have also taken the lead against Philadelphia. Here we go. A lot of things are happening. Can we get a goal? Come on. Come on. We're reaching that hour mark now. We're just over an hour in the game. I'm trying to find out who got the red cards. I say red cards plural because there's 2 of them on this thing. I'll show you. Here we go. So there's like 2 red cards there. We are doing a substitution. Ruan is on. And Jahaz. I've gotten into the habit of saying Jahaz. Brenner got the goal for Cincinnati, by the way. Pedro Santos is off. Ruan is on. Green is off. Wayne Rooney's talking to... I don't know what we're doing now. Wayne Rooney was just talking to Lewis O'Brien to see what formation we're playing. Got a feeling there's no more corners. Still got half an hour, though. I don't know how many was there in the first half. Let's see. Corners, 3, 1. There was 4 total in the first half, and I feel like the game's going to open up more in the second half. Like, we're going to go for it. So, hold on. Atlanta United, correction, did not receive the second yellow card. Franco Ibarra was sent off. That is the only yellow card or red card in that game. So that happened. All right, now the next step is to change this lineup graphic. Goal in 4 corners per half. I think that's good. I think it'll happen. I feel like this game's going to open up and there's going to be a goal at least at one end. I'm hoping it's a goal for DC, but I feel like I could see it coming both ways. Either Crew extend their lead or DC cut back into the lead. Just maybe spark a comeback. Yeah, I need to figure out what formation we're playing. Update the lineup graphic. I'm gonna try and figure it out. Ruan, I think Ruan's playing right mid. But Santos came off, so that happened. It could have been just straight swaps, personnel changes. And then we did bring on Jahaz for Jacob Green. We're looking good right here. Jahaz, first touches on the ball since going out injured a few weeks ago. Ruan, flashing one across. I should have taken a touch on that, but that was good. Lewis O'Brien applauding his teammates. It was really good build-up. Probably the best build-up to a chance that we've had yet. Ruan played it really early. Taxi probably would have been called offsides. But yeah, Ruan just played that really early for some reason. Ruan once again down the line. Cutting back. Knaus playing a low cross, an early cross. Tried to find Click. This is really interesting. Big challenge from Lewis O'Brien. Looks like Click and O'Brien could have switched. Click's getting very far forward. It's looking like just like this lopsided 4-3-3 where we have no left winger. And like Funtas is just kind of drifting. I can't really see where Funtas is. The camera's like cutting off where he is. Like Benteke's all the way out there on the left. I don't know. I'm gonna put this graphic up in a second. If nothing else changes, I think this is what we've got. It's good play in our midfield here. Ball back to Tyler Miller. And just as I mentioned, Crew are kind of laying their foot off the gas. Chance for Taxi, trying to get in behind. Goalie beat him to it. Risky balls into the midfield, but as always, Knaus finds a way, as he has all season. Still on it. Knaus is looking really good. Atlanta United have scored even though they're down to 10 men. Alright, I'm going to go with this. Knowing my luck. He's gonna make a change right after I put this graphic in. Ruan cuts back to Taxi. Ball straight into the gloves of the Columbus goalkeeper, Schultz. Alright, let's put the lineup graphic up. Another ball hit the post. They were playing a replay and they... Okay, that's what I think we're going with right now. It looks really lopsided. I always try and, like, I don't put, like, set in stone formations. I like to see how far forward certain players are playing, how wide they're playing. I like to look at, I think it's Flash Score or Sofa Score. Some website that does, like, average position. I like to look at that, because that kind of shows where their true position is. LAFC have doubled their lead against Austin, so it's 2-0 there. I think Coach Beard from Ted Lasso is there, so he's bringing them some good luck. NYCFC have responded immediately. Again, another big flow of goals coming in. Can we add to it? "20 minutes remain." But yeah, I'm not putting like Lewis O'Brien or Click. Ball into the box. Okay, I'm not having Click or Lewis O'Brien like all the way out as like a left winger, because they're coming in like almost like they're doing that 3-man partnership as a midfield three, like how it would be in a 4-3-3. But then again, they're both kind of interchanging. Like, Click's not all the way on that right-hand side. He's also shifting back to that left midfield spot that he started the game at. There's our next game next Saturday against CF Montreal. The return of Hernan Losada. He returns to Audi Field. I'm very interested to watch that game. That is going to be a fun one to do. And it's going to be right here, live. So make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter for updates leading up to that game and all that. All right, let's get the corners. Can we get some corners? Please. Ruan. Chance on this right-hand side, who has looked so far so good. Chance, Lewis O'Brien shot over the bar. Corners are dead. I was hoping that shot would get deflected there. Probably needed to be a little bit more patient, but the opportunity opened up. Is he left-footed? If he's left-footed, that kind of makes sense that he would take that shot on. Be a little ambitious. We don't know, though, if he is left-footed or not. Houston Dynamo have taken the lead against LA Galaxy. That one was an 8:30 kickoff. And Chicago Fire have doubled their lead against Minnesota. You're hoping for a DC United goal. That is good. So am I. Lots of goals have come in the second half. The game has sort of opened up a little bit. I feel like we could get like, okay, shot into the box. You've got a corner. You've got a corner coming your way. Corner for Crew. Really good save from Tyler Miller, by the way. Really good save there. He has been very, very good for us. Especially distributing. He's been pretty good. But big save there. Keeps us in the game. But Houston Dynamo, Hector Herrera, has taken the lead against LA Galaxy, which is a shock, but they are at home. In that one. And then Chicago at the same time, Kamara scored a brace. San Jose Earthquakes have taken the lead at Red Bull Arena. Lots of shocks. Can DC United please join that second half goal club, please? Can we score now so we can have 15 minutes to try and get an equalizer? It was Christian Espinoza. Here we go. Jahaz pressing. Touch just out of bounds. 3 corners, 15 minutes plus out of time. I think it happens. I still feel like we're going to get that string of corners right at the very end. Puts us over 4 corners for the half. I'm getting really close to the microphone here. I'm going to lower that. Seattle Sounders versus St. Louis City, by the way. 10:30 kickoff. It's going to be a late one, but very interested to watch that. See if St. Louis City can continue their, well, not continue their run, but I'd say they're still in form after losing to Minnesota, but still 2 of the best teams in terms of form in the Western Conference. So that is going to be a good one to watch. Tommy in the chat is also hoping for another goal. We're all hoping for at least 1 goal, something in the second half. When are we going to take Donovan Pines off? He looks like he's can't see with that headband or that wrap that he has around his forehead. When's the sub going to come in? I feel like we could see something from Jackson Hopkins right now. I'm feeling Jackson Hopkins comes in, we get a vintage, youth national team performance from him. U20 World Cup or whatever it was. We get a vintage Jackson Hopkins performance. He comes on and he ties us this game. And I say that as he might not even be subbed on. But I feel like we could see something from one of our substitutes change this game. We talked all last season, and I always mention it. Talked about it in the season preview before this whole season started. We need players on the bench that can come on, make an impact, change a game. We saw it in the very first match week against Toronto with Ted KDP. We haven't really seen it since. And so the closest thing to that, the player that's made the biggest impact off the bench was in the NYCFC game. Palson played really, really well off the bench. Definitely made an impact. We actually started to win challenges and all that. Taxi shot. It was going wide, but the Crew goalkeeper decided to take it into his hands. Philadelphia Union dropping more points, though. Love to see that. Lewis O'Brien flicking it over the top. Makes its way to Click. Plays the early cross. Lewis O'Brien got a mix up with Taxi there. Taxi's not happy. I'm not happy either. Somebody's warming up. Couldn't tell exactly who it was. I think it's either KDP or Hopkins. One of the two. It is KDP. So Ted Pietro. I wonder who he takes off. Probably Lewis O'Brien. And then we go 3 up top. We do like a 3-4-3. Feeling a little Johan Cruyff. 3-4-3. Go all out attack. Try and get us something out of this game. LAFC has made it 3 against Austin. They are not... Austin are looking a little... Not sure about Austin. They're still in a playoff position. I think everybody would have predicted Austin to be in a playoff prediction. Jahaz has gone down out of bounds. The referee did call a foul, so that's good. I think it is 100% Lewis O'Brien who comes off here. We're going to find out in a second. Never mind, it's Click. No, not Click. Knaus. Knaus comes off, which is interesting. From South Korea. Why did I say that? South Korea. I said South Korea. Don't know why I said that. KDP's in the game. Big mix-up in the box. Birnbaum's down. Holding his back. No corner. We needed the corner there. We need 1 goal. We need 1 goal. Don't know where Pietro is going to play, but I'll throw him in here. This looks really attacking now. We don't even have a CDM. Unless we do that 3-4-3 and then Powson becomes a CDM. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For now, I'm going to see what it could be. Probably looks like a 4-4-2. Click's going to get a yellow. He's not happy. It's for dissent. Ten minutes remain. Can we get a DC goal? At least 1. There we go. Benteke saved it from going out of bounds. Cuts it back. And again, and again. Here we go. Put in the cross, please. Lewis O'Brien. There we go. Beats his man. Puts it in, and Benteke skies it. Still don't know where KDP is going to play. Looks like he's on that right-hand side. Like a 3-man attack. Don't know what's going on here. That looked like a handball, but Taxi still has it. Shot straight at the keeper. Looked like a Benteke handball. It looked like he just fully, like Thierry Henry, handled it. Still 8 minutes. Yeah, I feel like this is a 3-4-3. I feel like it is. Like a 3-4-3 with Powson being like a wider right center back. I'm gonna update the graphic in a second. Here we go. Free kick for Crew. Still need 3 more corners, I believe. Punched out by Tyler Miller. Free kick for DC. Gotta hurry up. There we go. That's what it's looking like right now. Some form of a 3-4-3. And as I say that, we have another sub. Looks like it's going to be for Crew, though, so I don't have to change the lineup. I haven't even opened my second water bottle this whole second half. Interesting. Right, Zelarayan's off. Can we get a goal now? They can't save themselves. They have nothing. Long ball from Tyler Miller. Benteke's up for it. Falls to Jahaz. Lewis O'Brien cycles it back around. Very smart from me. I just translated the that I'm assuming it's Arabic. Translated it into Google Translate. Jahaz was injured for a little bit for the last these past I want to say 3 or 4 weeks. I think he went off in the NYCFC game. So yeah, 2 or 3 weeks he was out for. And then he's back here, coming in off the bench, which is good. He's not rushing him back. And he's looked good so far. Similar with the Ruan, coming in off the bench, not bad at all. Saved it from going out for a goal kick. Nagby now for Crew. Finds Yeboah. I think that's Yeboah. It is Yeboah. There we go. Birnbaum clears it. Crew are just a really good team. Really solid defensively. And incredibly efficient going forward. They don't waste time at all. They keep possession, but they also move it around really, really quickly. Here's Yeboah. Saved by Tyler Miller. Birnbaum almost kicked it out of his reach. Click now has it. No problem. New England's made it 4 in the Montreal game. Ruan puts it in. For Benteke, thought we were going to get a corner there. Should be a guaranteed win. I'm going to say it right now. Guaranteed win, and it's also a must-win game. Must-win game at Audi Field against Hernan Losada, against a really bad Montreal team that is currently down 4-0 to New England. That is a must-win game, and I am predicting that we smash them. We have to smash them. Birnbaum knocks it down for O'Brien. O'Brien's going to play the full 90 minutes, by the way. Lewis O'Brien, new signing, coming in from Nottingham Forest. He's on a 6-month loan, or however long it is, till the end of Nottingham Forest's season, or the start of the new season for Nottingham Forest. Don't know if there's an option to extend that to the end of our season. I'd like there to be. Or else we're going to have to sign some kind of midfielder slash attacker slash just somebody to help us out in the summer. There's got to be more transfers, surely. Ruan puts it back into the mix. Here it is again. Ruan to the back stick. Benteke off the top of the bar. We're not even going to get a corner out of it. Been unlucky there. Really unlucky there. Benteke rose above so well there. And it's out for a goal kick. Hit the top of the bar. If it dropped just like 2 inches, maybe 3 or 4. Then we had Taxi running onto it, who was about to just put his whole body on the line, just push it in. Something, his chest, head, neck, shoulder, something. Ramirez comes off, the man who got the second goal for Columbus Crew. 6 minutes. We need a goal from DC, and we need some corners. Ruan in a foot race. He should win it. He does win it. Taxi. No corner. Yeah, 6 minutes of added time. 5 more of it left, because we've already seen 1 minute gone. But 6 minutes in total added on. Which honestly seems like a lot. That was really good pace from Ruan, though. He is pretty quick. And I like him playing in that advanced role because he's got that technical ability to whip in some really nice crosses. And he's done it several times, not just in this game, but, overall. Even when he was playing right back for us, he's whipping in some really nice crosses. Tonight was no different. And something that Wayne Rooney mentioned, this is kind of related, because you'd think that Ruan's a right back, but we haven't fielded, or we haven't put out the same 4 backline combination. We haven't put the same 4 players out in the lineup yet. There's not been 4 players that play consistently together for just 2 games. It's been a different back 4 every single game. So, and he said that is the area, and I'd agree, I think everybody would agree, that is the area of your team that you need to be the most consistent, the most solid, playing week in, week out. If you're going to pick any area of your team that you have to play the same 4 players all season long, it'd be your back line. Get them to know each other. But we've seen Donovan Pines these last few games. Derek Williams out injured once again. 3 more minutes of the added 6. And I think this stream is going to reach my record. I think, unless I read it wrong. We could reach the record for the longest watch along we've seen yet. I think the longest is 2 hours and 17 minutes. I think we're approaching 2 minutes and 13, and we still have 2 more minutes of play left, plus the small discussion that we do at the end of the game, where we just kind of summarize it, talk about the next game. Still a chance here for us to get a consolation goal. Ruan puts one in to click. And back the other way. Wouldn't be surprised if Yeboah holds this in the corner. It's probably exactly what's going to happen. DC have kind of given up here. Taxi hasn't. Taxi's still buzzing. Still going back and forth, pressing. Donovan Pines, good defending. And another long ball from Tyler Miller. Flicked on. Looking for Jahaz. We'll get one last set piece, throw everybody forward. One minute left. Less than that. Here we go, long ball, Ruan. Saves it, back post, Benteke. Cleared off the line once again, out for a corner. He puts it out for a corner. Whoever that was should be man of the match. He's put it out for a corner. Benteke has been really unlucky on these headers. Really good save. Probably would have been cleared off the line anyways. There was a Crew defender right there. We've got a corner. Go out for another. Shoot it. Ruan. To the back stick. ADP couldn't get on the end of it. It's not another corner, but the referee is still playing. More added time. We've reached 2 hours and 15 minutes on the stream. It is approaching 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time. We've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. And the referee calls full time. So I'll stop the timer here. And oh wait, never mind. He hasn't called it yet, but I did stop the timer already. There's a player that's getting checked for something, I don't know. He's bleeding like under his eye. I don't know, what's the longest one that we've done? Longest one that we've done, 2 hours and 17 minutes. I was right. 11 seconds as well. We're about to reach that in... There we go, we've hit it. We've surpassed the longest time we've been live on this channel, on a watch-along. We've beaten the record with this crazy new long added time rule that's happened since the World Cup. There was the pen. You can't convince me that that's a pen. I don't want to go on another rant about this pen. I think I've already done enough ranting. Enough moments for, people to clip up, put it on Twitter or whatever. And there was the second goal. We were just caught on our heels to start the second half. Thrown for DC. Ku is not slowing down. Jahaz takes it. And that is full time. Yep, 2 corners away. We did almost get that moment, Kai. 2 corners in 45 minutes. That is pretty impressive. Why is my microphone so high? Come down here. There was almost that moment that I talked about. That one moment where we'd get like multiple corners in a row. It almost happened. Didn't happen though. That is full time though. Thank you everybody for watching. I rarely look at how many people are watching, but sometimes when I go in to read the chat, I see just take a little look how many people are watching. We had actually some high numbers tonight, which is pretty cool. So if you're new here, subscribe, all that. We do watch-alongs for almost every single game this season. It's going to be a really good season, exciting season. I'm being optimistic. Wayne Rooney's just had a chat with the referee, rightfully so. And yeah, I don't know where we are on a live table, because a couple games have just finished. Yes, see you next time. That is next Saturday against Montreal, where Hernan Losada returns to Audi Field. Be there or be square. Be there at Audi Field or be here. I don't know. But definitely be watching that game. We are 14th, second to last on the live table. Yep, we're second to last in the Eastern Conference. So, winless in our last 6. That is okay. We continue to plug away. Winless in our last 6. That is. We started off so promising with 4 points in 3 games, and we're like, this might be an actually good season. And then this. Optimistic though. Next week, Montreal. They're the only team that's below us in the table. Must-win game at Audi Field. It has to be. New York Red Bulls have just equalized against San Jose Earthquakes. So, there's that. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you everybody for watching. Yeah. See you next week. St. Louis plays soon. Yes, 10:30. Tune into that. MLS Season Pass. What do I think? I'm gonna go Seattle. I think Seattle wins at home. Seattle look good right now. Just coming off a big win against Sporting Kansas City. They beat LA Galaxy. They hung in there with LAFC. I think Seattle do beat them. That is my prediction. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. Thank you everybody for watching.